Hi there, everybody. It's me, Civilla Morgan. Let's call this our August 2023 episode. Sorry, once again, it's late, but I did want to get something out there. I just wanted to get a few things out to you. And then the episode I thought I would have for August is going to be in September. I'm actually interviewing someone. Looking forward to that. And we're going to use that as our September episode. And then just a reminder that I will be off for the months of October and November, as I've been doing since 2019. For those of you who are newer listeners, maybe you've not gone far enough back yet, but my mom passed in 2019, and that was when I made the decision to take some time off every year from podcasting, just to get some mental and emotional rest. I really needed it at that time back in 2019. I actually almost gave up the podcast at that point because of so much grief. But fortunately, I opted to take some time off, and that's what I've been doing ever since. So just a reminder, this is the August episode. I have an interview that I'm going to be doing in a couple days, and that will be for the September episode. And then I will be off October and November and back in December with a fresh new episode. I do have a suggestion. Someone sent me a suggestion for an episode. I am working on it. But also, if you have suggestions, feel free to inbox me, message me. Typically, Instagram at Joy and Relevance or Facebook Messenger is fine. I will be able to see anything that you send me, suggestions, critiques, whatever, in those two places. Just give me 24 to 48 hours to respond. And of course, you can also always email me at Civilla@CivillaMorgan.com. That's Civilla@CivillaMorgan.com. As I said just a few minutes ago, I really had different plans for August, but they didn't work out. And sometimes things just don't work out for the good. It's usually for something better. No stress here. And I wish it could have been that way, but I didn't get to interview the person I wanted to interview in August. So it will be September. Be that as it may, I also wanted to let you all know, I guess one of the reasons things are a little bit, delayed and everything for August, again, is I spent the week of the 20th in Denver, Colorado. For those of you who do not live in the U.S., not familiar with it, Denver is about the middle of the country, the middle-ish of the country. And Denver is also called the Mile High City. And I never put two and two together until I went to Denver. And so I got there a day before the convention. I got there on a Sunday. So I guess that would be the 20th. And I said, let me get there the day before because I don't want to get there the day of the convention. I've done that before and I had to suffer through delays and get there all stressed out and just in time for registration to begin, which registration typically begins the night of day one. So I said, let me get there a day early in case there are delays. There were not any delays. And then if anything else, I can just relax because many of you know that my day-to-day life is working full-time, caring for a parent, and all the things that go with that. I've got a busy schedule every day. So I wanted to get there a day early and stay a day late so I didn't have to rush out the day of, the convention ended. And that part worked well. That was a great plan, and I think I'll be doing that going forward because next year the convention is going to be in Washington, D.C. But what happened in Denver? Well, Podcast Movement Denver was fabulous. Podcast movement is always fabulous. What happened to me was the thin air, the high elevation negatively affected me. Apparently, it doesn't affect everyone the same way, but it does have an effect on people. And, it had an effect on me. I had trouble breathing, trouble catching my breath. I would have to rest on my way from my hotel room to the convention center, which is, would be an easy walk. And, I just couldn't, there was one day I really thought that my whole chest was going to explode. That's how bad it was. I was really nervous because I don't like to be away from home, that far away from home, and be sick. That's like one of my worst fears. I don't want to do that. Not cool. And so I was having breathing issues. And then I was having headaches. I was waking up with headaches almost every day of the convention. I had a headache. And then maybe day 3 or day 4, both of my knees started to hurt. I was like, what is happening right now? But I found out eventually, and they did post in an email to the convention attendees that water stations would be posted throughout the convention floor and that it was imperative that we drank water. Well, I had been told the same thing once I, let people know that I was having these issues. I was told, drink a lot of water. You've got to drink a lot of water. And one gentleman even told me that he had moved there from Tennessee and it was an adjustment for him and he was using a lot of essential oils to make it through the day. Well, I brought a little rollerball bottle of essential oil, basically lavender mixed with coconut oil, because I am an introvert, as many of you know from listening to my previous episodes. I am an introvert. Being around whole groups of people for any length of time wears me out. And so that's another reason when I travel, I love being in a hotel room by myself. I'm fine with not splitting the cost with anybody because I just want to be able to go back to my room and relax and just have total silence. And so I'm not antisocial. I'm an introvert. But anyway, so I was having so much trouble. There were certain things that I wanted to do, certain sessions I wanted to get to that I just couldn't get to because there were times when I'd have to just go back to my hotel room and just relax and just wait it out and try to feel better and start again. And so that's what I did all week. It was fabulous. I got to go into town for lunch once, so I got to do that. I wanted to do at least one thing, while I was there, and I got to go to a really nice gastropub and have a nice lunch. It was very nice. Fish and chips, by the way, for those of you who are Brits and love fish and chips. It was really good. They did a really good job with that at that restaurant. Anyway, now that I am back home, I'm better. I'm feeling better. But I wanted to get something out to you all before August ended. And so I just wanted to let you all know that, the schedule, as I just mentioned, and that, World Childless Week is coming up. I'm going to be on at least one panel that I signed up for that I know of. So be on the lookout for World Childless Week and know that that's coming up. And if you want to make a contribution, I think as of this recording, you still have time. I did post the whole list of instructions in our Facebook group, so be sure to check that out, or just go to the World Childless Week website. So that's coming up soon. And, I wanted to just also tell you, I'm not bragging on myself, but, at Podcast Movement, I ran into people who really, they didn't know who I was. But the minute I started talking, they're like, oh, wait, I know your voice. They knew me by my voice. And one gentleman even said he wasn't, he was introducing himself. And I'm like, I know who you are, because he's very popular inside the podcasting community, very well known. And he's like, you know who I am? I said, yes, I know who you are. And then I introduced myself, and then I gave him my business card. He's like, oh, wait, I know this logo. I recognize this logo. So guys, my voice and my logo are speaking for me. They go before me. Isn't that something? So yeah, I'm just happy to be back home. I'm happy to feel good again. Being able to breathe is really important. And my knees don't hurt anymore, which is really interesting. It's just, wow, I did not know elevation did that. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it, but I just didn't think it would bother me the way it did. And so I'm back to normal pretty much. I have a bit of a cough, but I guess that's just from traveling. And so I look forward to getting that September episode out to you all. I can't wait to do that interview. It should be done in just a few days. And I really, again, appreciate your patience as I continue to, manage life and podcasting and all the things that come with it, caring for a parent, all of those things. And I know that you all have a lot going on too. So I know you understand, but any questions or concerns, let me know. CivillaMorgan.com, childlessnotbychoice.net, Civilla@CivillaMorgan.com, or inbox me at Joy and Relevance on Instagram or Facebook Messenger. I think those are all the things. I think I've covered everything. Remember, if you listen to the podcast on Stitcher, Stitcher is going away on August 29th. It will be no more. Stitcher is a podcatcher app. That's actually the app where I listen to most of the podcasts that I listen to. So it's going to be an adjustment for me as well. So if you listen on Stitcher, Stitcher is going away effective August 29th. There are tons of other podcatcher apps out there, and they all carry the Childless Not by Choice podcast. Of course, the most popular would be Apple Podcast. You can also listen, though, on Spotify or on Pandora or Amazon Music or Google Play, Overcast. I think I'm on Castro, too. Himalaya. You name it, the podcast is there. So any questions at all, let me know. And until next time, have a great one. Bye.